What's up guys, welcome back to the final part of this Blender tutorial. This part I'll be showing you guys how I do the masking, lighting and the composition itself. So guys, what I did here is that I track this footage, then I orient my scene properly. And if you'd like to see how I track this footage, the link will be in the description below. I've done the tracking in the past, so you can go to my channel and check this out also. So guys, now when you click 0 to camera view, now you can see that I placed this 3D exactly on the floor, and this is what we want here to happen. So now you can see that this remaining part of this 3D model is appearing, and we don't want that. So when you go to rendered, now you can see that this is appearing, the other part of the is appearing, and we don't want that. So what I will do here is now come to 3D again, press 0 to come to 3D view. Now I will edit this. Now click here and press tab to go to edit mode. Now what we need to do is to click the edges of this over here. Now press Ctrl and click to select the edges. Press 7 on the number pad to go to the top view. Now I will just press S and scale it. When you press 0, now you can see that this side part of the hole is not visible again. So this is exactly what we want. Okay guys, when I go to the preview, you see that we are having this blue spread all over, and when you press 0 to go to the camera view, now you can see that this blue is covering all the part side of this hole. Now we need to make sure we don't have any color here. We only want this hole to appear. So to do that, come to shading. Let's also go back to 3D view here, then come to shading. Now this is the blue that appeared there. We did this in the part of this tutorial. Okay, when I change this color, you see that it's the same. Okay, now we don't need this blue here. We need to get rid of this blue. Just disconnect this. Okay, now press Shift A, go to shading, just click hold out. Now plug this hold out with the down part of this shader here, where we disconnect this blue principal shader. Now when you go to preview again, alright, now you can see that this hole is appear. Let me increase this, the camera here, just for you to see clearly what is going on here. Okay, now you can see that this only appear, this all appears. Alright, that is done. Now we need to do the light. Okay guys, now to do the lighting, we need a sun. Now press Shift A, come to light, just choose sun. Now just drag this sun up very high, move it back, then press R to rotate it to point on the hole directly on the hole like this. Now when you just press O to come back to camera view. Now go to render this time, not preview but rendered. Click on it. Now you can see that this hole is light up. Now we need to increase the strength of the sun to 2. Just click on it and press 2, enter. Alright, now we need also to change this color to something like slightly yellow, like this, just like it's okay like this. Okay guys, now the next thing for us to do is to focus on the stone it threw inside the hole. So let me show you this. Click on the model and just turn off the visibility, then play it. Now you can see that it pick a stone, then throw it down, but instead of that the stone will fall inside the hole. And to do this we need to create the stone itself. when you see now that you see that this stone supposed to fall inside the hole. Now you can see that it's disappeared from there, but it's supposed to fall inside the hole like I did. Okay, now to do this, now we will recreate the stone, and to do that we need a frame where the hole is about to fall somewhere around here. Okay, almost there. Okay, like this, let me come to the frame where it's more visible. Okay, something like here. Now you can see that this stone is more clear and visible here. Now we need to recreate this stone. Okay, now click here to center the 2D cursor, to set 3D cursor there, then press Shift A. Now come to mesh, then add the microsphere. This is too big right now, so we need to resize it to scale it down. Press S and scale it down. Let's come to solid. Now scale it down. Okay, to do this, just press A to select all the mesh, then drag it to the center of the O, like so. Okay, now you can scale it up. Now press Shift Z to come to wireframe mode, then S to scale it down. Now press S to scale it down a bit, then adjust it, choose to grab, then adjust it like so. Now this frame is 464. Now come to texture here, shading. Now add a texture to this, click on new. Now we need to add our movie clip here. Before we do this, we must unwrap this first. Let's go and unwrap this first. Okay, now press edit mode, tap to come to edit mode. Now press A to select all the vertices. Now press U to go to unwrap, then select project from view. Okay, now come to shading. Now we need to go to the frame where this is happening, which is frame 464. Now we need to check for frame 464. This is 464. Okay, now we just pick it and place it here as a texture, then connect it direct instead of using pressable BFDF. Just delete that. Now we just project this part of the stone direct into our 3D model of our stone. We will recreate. Now when you see this tab, you see that it's a recreate of our model here. Okay, come to layout, back, go to 3D. Now we need to make sure this stone fell inside the pit correctly. Now press 0 to come to camera view. Now press Shift Z to go to wireframe. Now we need to animate this stone for the rest of the shot. Now to do this, turn on recording so that anytime we adjust the stone, it will automatically add a keyframe to it. Just turn it on like this. Now press I to add a location, just like so. Come in. Okay, this is the keyframe I just added now. Okay, we need to animate this. Come to 406, another frame. Now drag it down like so, just to match this. Come to the next frame. adjust it down. You can rotate it for it to match properly. Alright, next frame. The next frame. Instead of making it match this stone, now we need to make it drop inside the pit, like so. Just draw it down. So it's okay like this because it will not be visible into camera. So when you come back, then play this, you see that this fall, like so. See that the way when you throw the stone, then the 3D stone fall inside the pit, and that is exactly what we want to happen here, and that is done. So what we need to do now is to keyframe the visibility of the stone. We just recreate. Okay, come to the icon tray. This is the render here, and to do this, to see this, if you are not seeing this on your scene layout, just click here, then turn on here the render here. That's when you will see this symbol of camera here. Okay, now to do this, just go to where you know that this stone will be more visible here, somewhere like this, like here is okay. Now press I, so insert a keyframe to that. Now come to the frame before that, just come to the frame before that, then hide it, rendered, then press I again to insert a keyframe, like so. Like so. Okay guys, before we do the rotoscoping, we need to do something first. Now come up to the render properties here. Now click on film. Now click on transparent. Okay, now come to the press add here, go to VFX, then choose masking. Okay, just click here, then click on your footage to load them in. Now we are not doing tracking, so we need to hide all these trackers. Just press A to select all, press tab to come to tracking, press A to select all the track, then press H to hide them. Now press tab again to come to mask. Alright, okay, now we need to view the 3D here so that we can see what we are masking properly. Now click here, then select 3D view. Now press 0 to view it. Alright, okay, now to add a mask, we need to click on here to add a new mask. Just click here to add a new mask. Now we will start by masking this hand. To do this, first let us rename this as hand. Okay, now just click on control, then click, just hold the control and be clicking on the hand. By doing this, we are drawing a mask. Just click on the mask and drag it to adjust it. Now to close the mask, we press Ctrl C, then Hold C, then close it, not Ctrl Hold. Okay, now we need to refine this mask because you can't use this. Say that this is a rough mask, and to do this, press A to select all the points. Now press V, then select angle single. Now this face upside down. Now come to mask here, then click on switch direction. Alright, now you can pick the mask, then drag it, adjust it properly like so. Now to add a new point, you just click Ctrl, then drag like so. Okay guys, for the sake of this tutorial, I won't be able to animate all these masks, but instead I will animate just maybe 3 frames. Okay, now to animate mask, we need to turn on this recording, and anywhere we adjust this mask, it will automatically add a keyframe to it. Now click here to add, turn it on. Now press I to insert first keyframe, or just press A to select all, then click G to grab, then click. By doing this, you just add a keyframe. You can just press I to add a keyframe like that. Okay, now anything you do now will be automatically assigned to it. Okay, now come to the next frame. Now press A to select all, and press G to grab it, then adjust it back to the position of the hand. Now whenever it misses, just pick the individual point, then adjust it back like so. Okay, this is rough. I know that this is rough. You can do it to be more precise. Okay, now when you come to the frame we did earlier and go to the next frame, you see that this mask is animated. As you can see, this is how you rotoscope in Blender. Now let me do another frame. Just press A to select all, then press G to grab it, then put it where it's supposed to be. Now press R to rotate. It also works like the 3D. R to rotate, S to scale. It works like so. G to grab. Everything works here in masking. Alright, just do it properly, because even when you do your 3D work properly, then you just do the masking roughly, it won't look great. It might ruin your mask tracking and all your hard work you did in 3D. If you don't do the masking properly, it might ruin it. You just have to be patient and do this properly. Alright, I'm just doing a rough mask so that for the sake of this tutorial, I don't want to take so much of your time. Okay, because I know this tutorial will be so much long, I guess. Okay, now this is done, and you see that I don't have to press I again because I turn on this record. Okay, now this is the hand. I want to also mask out this leg, and to do this we need to create another mask for this. Just click here to turn on another mask. If you click here, you see the first mask we did, and this is the second mask we just added right now. Now just click on it and change the name to leg so that you can remember. Okay, now I need to mask the leg. Just do it like I did before. Let me turn this off. Alright, and to view the leg only, just click on mask here, then choose overlay, click on the alpha channel, then choose combine here, then you can see the leg with rotoscope. Okay, okay guys, now that we do the masking, now it's time to render and do the compositing. Okay, just click render, then render image. Okay, now this is finished rendered. Now let's come to the compositing. Let's come to compositing. All right, now click on use nodes. Okay, just put this here. Let me drag this down a little bit like so. Okay, let me arrange this properly. Okay, so first node I want to add now is a alpha over node. Just press shift A, come to input, then select color alpha over, put it here. Now when you press Ctrl and Shift together and click, you can add a viewer node, or you can just add it manually like so. And if you do like to add it manually, just press Shift A, come to output, then you see viewer, just add it. Okay, now we need our movie clip. Just press Shift A, input, movie clip, just plug this direct. Now you can see that this our movie clip is automatically added, and if it's not, just click here, then and select it. Okay, now press V to move that. Now you can see that this hole is not exactly where it's supposed to be, like the 3D shows. Okay, and to do this, we need to add a scale node. Just press Shift A, come to distort, then select a scale node, put it here, then select render size. Okay, now that our scene is properly sized, now we need our mask. That's the next thing we need right now, is our mask. Okay, and the mask we did is 2, so we need to join the mask together first before we add it here. Now to do this, just press Shift A, come to input, then select a mask. You can duplicate this instead of re-adding another one. Just Shift D, duplicate that, and we need to mix that. Just press Shift A, come to color, and select a mix node. We need to change this to add. Just click on the mix and come to add to change this. Now we need to connect this first to the input of the image here, and also the down. Now click here to select the first mask, and click here to select the second mask, which is the leg and the hand. Okay, when you just click Shift and select, now you can see our hand. Okay, now this mask, we need it here in the factor. Just click on the image here and plug it to the factors of this alpha over. Alright, now you can see that this hole only shows in our hand, so we need to invert this all the way around. Now press Shift A, come to color, then select invert, then put it. Now you can see that this is working properly, and our mask is working properly here. It's working fine. Okay, now we need to, we can just do the color grading and everything like that. Okay, now let's tackle this stone we throw inside. Okay, when you come to view layer again, we have one icosray that I had before, so we don't need that. Let me just delete that, and we will use this. So go to the frame where we are about to throw this stone to see exactly whether it's also entering the hole. Okay, you can just render this. Alright, now as you can see, this is finished rendered, and you can see the stone appears inside the hole, and also we are getting something like this, which is the mask we created. So this happened because I didn't finish creating or animating this mask properly behind. Okay, now you can see it there. It's because I didn't finish animating it, so we need just to move it out of the frame by pressing A to select all, then press G to grab, then move it out of the frame, just move it here, it's okay. Now I have turned on the auto keyframe. I need to turn it on, or I could just add I to insert keyframe there, like so. Just add I, press I to insert keyframe there. Okay, so when I just come to rendering, then reload it again, now you can see that this O appears. Wait, okay, now you see that this looks like it's well inside, so we need to do the color. Just let me just do some color to this. Just come to color, just add color balance node, put it here. Now you can just tweak the mid-tone to something like blue. You can do the color the way you want it. Alright, now you can render this out. You can choose the file format. First of all, to choose the output, just click here, then add a output to this. Let me just click here and drag it. Just click and drag it inside it, like so. Now give it a name like VFX. So like so, just accept. Then you click here. If you want to render it as image sequence, you can render it, or you can choose a movie clip this time, because this is a final render. Just click here. Now open the encoding, so change it from to mega 4, like so. Now the output quality from good quality to high quality. Now you can just click render here, then click the render animation. This is the end of this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.